Good evening, TDN listeners and viewers, and especially those of you in the audience of This Week in Interview. Welcome to another episode of the program, This Week in Interview, with your host and guide, Anthony Drago. It's a pleasure to have you, my regular fans and listeners. Always a pleasure to have you on with me at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on a Wednesday night, and that you come back every Wednesday, and I really appreciate the love. Those of you who are on for the first time this night, I hope you enjoy the show and that you too will come back and become a regular listener. And Dominica RV Jams Radio on DigiPlay channel 59 carries This Week in Interview live. And for that, we are grateful and we say good night to you if you're listening on that medium. Also, online radio SBE in the Toronto market carries This Week in Interview live. And GTM Radio, Global Talk and Music Radio, carries This Week in Interview live. You can also find us on YouTube, on Instagram, on tdnradio.net, tdntv.net, and all the different social media platforms. We are there. If you listen to us there, give us a like and make a comment and subscribe so you can know when the program is on. Well, what are we talking about tonight? On the 8th is International Women's Day, March the 8th. And so I wanted to do a program that honors the contribution of our women. Not that we need a special day for that, but definitely it doesn't hurt to celebrate, to put aside the time and to celebrate our, the other half of us, the other half of our people. I think it's almost evenly distributed, women to men, and we also know that there are a lot of communities and societies where women uh, struggle to carry out the things that they want to do, the things that they are motivated to do, and sometimes the things that they are required to do, whether willingly or by force. So, tonight is a nod to our women, no matter what role you play. We honor you, and we hope that in honoring you, we understand that we appreciate you, and that it gives you the courage to continue and to do even more, and to also incorporate the men in your life in what you do, encourage them to participate as well. So tonight I have a guest. I have obviously a female guest, although I'm saying obviously, although it would be a nice program to have men come by and give homage to the women. But no, tonight I have a special guest, and my guest tonight is Miss Cheryl Plummer. She's a philanthropist, she is an advocate, she is a community leader, and she has been honored for her work with young people, with women, and for all what she does. The BPW, um, business women, as a businesswoman institute, honored her last year with an award. And so I became aware of her work recently, and I invited her, and she graciously accepted. For that, I am grateful. And so she was having a little bit of audio difficulty before I came on. But Sam, if Cheryl is good and ready, you can bring her up on stage so we can give her a warm This Week in Interview. Here you go. Uh, Cheryl, welcome to This Week in Interview. And it's a pleasure to have you. So there we go. We're going to have a wonderful conversation and introduce the audience to the work that you do, not only to educate them and to probably inspire them to take some action, but also to learn how they can support and contribute to the work that you do. So welcome. It's a pleasure to have you. Can you hear me, Cheryl? I think she's frozen. All right. As I said, she was having some difficulty right before I came on, so I'm sure that will get sorted out and ironed out as we go through the program. So I'll take the opportunity to mention to Dominicans. Um, did you see the fire that happened in Roseau? And our thoughts are with those who lost their business. I don't know if there were any residences, any residential units that was affected by the fire. But if there was, that's always heart wrenching. But we have businesses that that suffered heavy losses, and we know businesses uh, affect more than just the business owner. It affects the employees and their families, the customers who benefit from the service that the businesses provide. And so we want to recognize that and to acknowledge the togetherness that seems to happen around those times where people come together and contribute. And I watched some of the live event while it was happening. One of my friends on Facebook went live, and I saw some of that. And there were a few thoughts that come to mind. Cheryl, can you hear me? I know we cannot see you, but you're on. Do you have audio now? Okay, so she's continuing to try to make it happen. But if you listen to this weekend interview, I sometimes lament uh, what I see as a lack of progress in Dominica. And this fire, although we don't know how it started, we know that it was super devastating. And we saw the heroic efforts of our firefighters and even some residents of Roseau. For those of you not from Dominica, Roseau is the capital of Dominica, and there was this huge fire right in the center of Roseau. I think that totally demolished at least two significant size homes. Not only is the loss of the homes, but those are historic buildings in terms of architecture and in terms of history. So we lost that. Uh, but also it affected, the neighboring businesses, and electricity was gone for a while, and so on. A tremendous effect. So what struck me is the superhuman effort of those firefighters making the best that they could out of the mega equipment that they had. This is a fire that took place, I don't know, fire station is like 5 blocks away. And then if you go up Bath Road and you come down King George V Street, uh, you could walk it in 10 minutes. The firemen were there quickly enough, and they had, the usual scramble. And as I said, the equipment they had were mega equipment. And so my reaction to that is always the same. Dominica is such a small place. You have one hospital, 10 schools, one major city. We could design life in Dominica so that it is state of the art, so that it is the envy of a lot of places because of the small scale. And it's just not so. And because it's not so, our people suffer. We hope when incidents like that happen, after we circle and we respond and we help our people and we know they're good, we use the opportunity to reflect on what can be better, what we can do to improve, what we can do so that the next time there's a fire, we can probably have two fire trucks that's combating it from two different ends. We have some bigger hoses and all of those things. All right. So that's my thought on that. In addition to my thoughts going out to the folks that were directly affected, let's use those moments to learn and to see what else we can do and what we can do better. Similar, like what I say when we have a hurricane, what can we do to make sure that our people don't suffer so much when we have a hurricane? Um, so Cheryl, if you
I try to log on my phone.
we can hear you now.
because I couldn't get through on my laptop.
That's when we see you clearly and we hear you clearly. So that's
Okay, good.
awesome. Sorry about the technical stuff. We don't know what it is, but we know that happened.
Yeah,
Um, the best thing is that we are resourceful people, so we find a way, right?
yeah,
So welcome to you. I recently learned. I don't know how comes you were in my blind spot, because now that I know of your work, I'm finding out there's a lot that you do, and
yes.
you do it for a lot of people. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to introduce yourself to me and the audience, and just tell us who you are, what you do, what motivates you, and from that we'll just go on with the conversation about the contribution that you do as a person. But tonight we're focusing on women, so I'm going to say the contribution you make as a woman, and we will talk from that perspective as well. So welcome.
Thank you. Good night, everyone. Good night to everyone who is logged on the different platforms. I am Cherry Plummer. Some people know me as Vanessa. Um, I live both in New York and Dominica at present. I do charity work um, with mainly students, but I have done work with single mothers, um, the Grotto Home, the infirmary, the Dominica Infirmary, individuals. I started a school feeding program last year September with Mont Prosper Primary, and yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So you have an organization called HEDI. Is that how you say it, HEDI?
yes, Hedy,
HEDI, helping educate
it
Dominican
Dominica
youth.
Youth.
Tell us about HEDI. How long ago you formed it? What caused you to form it like a formal organization, and what are the objectives?
I started Hedy in 2011. I
Hmm.
started it with a group of people at that time. Um, our aim was, or our goal was, that each child could get a sound education. Um, Simple things like pencils and writing books and crayons, some parents cannot provide for their kids, to
Hmm.
give them a sound education. So we started off with small things, small school supplies, as pencils, sharpeners, erasers, books. In 2011, our first donation was summer 2011 on the People's Park,
Hmm.
and we had 75 students we gave at that time. And from then, the group kind of broke up, but I kept on doing it on my own. And I've been doing different schools every year. I try to reach the schools in the rural areas, where I don't want to say poverty, but where I think
Less
it's more
less less
difficult for
priv- less
the,
privileged, less fortunate. Yeah.
yes, less privileged, less fortunate kids live. I have done rural schools, but I try my best to do the rural schools where the kids are less privileged, and their parents, some of them, their parents have a lot of kids, so they cannot do for their kids what they would like to do for everybody or each of them. So I try to target the schools. I do it for the principal. I don't do it individually. So I find out from the principal who are the kids that are most in need, and we try to do it with the kids that are most in need. In the schools like Mont Prosper, we did last year. We did Mont Prosper Primary, we did Campbell Primary, and we did Warner Primary. These schools, most of the kids are underprivileged, so we did these schools full. We provided backpacks with school supplies for each student. So we did, I think, around 250 students last year.
Wow.
We also did scholarships. We did a scholarship for a nursing student, and we did CXC fees for couple students. We
Okay.
pay the SDXC fees. And
Wow.
what else? And we started the school feeding program. We have, I think, 42 kids at Mount Prospect. So we provide a grocery voucher to the school every month, and they do the shopping. So we do our grocery voucher with Ask the Fans, and we present the grocery voucher to the school, and then the cook at the school does the shopping, the grocery shopping for whatever they may need. I have also a partner. She lives in Guadeloupe. She provides the meat products. So she sent meat products from Guadeloupe to Mont Prospect School for the school feeding program. So hopefully we're trying to maybe try and do Warner, because the principal from Warner has requested that we start a school feeding program with them as well. So
Wow.
hopefully if we can get a sponsor to come on board for next term, or even starting in September, what we require is 300 EC worth of groceries. That's all we need. So if the person can provide $300 per month, or even half of that, or even quarter of that, we can get other people, to join in and help with the school feeding programs, because children cannot learn if their brain haven't got food. Some of them, they may go home at lunchtime and come back the same way they go,
Wow.
because their parent maybe don't have something to feed them. But if we make a little rice, a little chicken, a little vegetables. Even the people from the community, donate seasonings, ground provisions, these things, we don't have to buy. Even if it's that someone can do, we would appreciate it. It will help with the school feeding programs.
Wow. You do a lot. And
Yeah.
you do at all levels. So you do primary
Yes.
schools, you do
High
any
school and college.
high
Yes.
school and college, because you said you guys give a scholarship to a
Yes.
nursing student.
Yes,
Um,
and we also do, like last year, we sponsored the graduation, preschool graduation. We sponsored the preschool graduation. We sponsored a tea party for Rosewood Primary. Rosewood Primary had a tea party, Easter tea party. We sponsored that. We gave them a grocery voucher, so they could buy the food to prepare for the tea party,
mhm.
for the graduation. We paid a caterer to do the food for the graduation. So we do a lot of stuff. When people reach out to us, different schools reach out to us, we try our best to see who we can get to sponsor, because I cannot do it on my own. So I look for potential sponsors, and once they come through, we do what we have to do. Another
So
thing we do
go ahead.
is with the adults, the elderlies, we with the elderlies we provide adult diapers. So I collect adult diapers, and then I look for people to help me with the shipping, and then I ship it, and then we we don't pay to clear adult diapers because it's for infirmary. So we get duty free. We get duty free for infirmary for adult pampers, and we get duty free for the school supplies as well, because it's the schools. So I usually send it on the school name, so we can get duty free to get it off the port, without
Right.
paying. We
Right.
just pay for the paper for the shipping, and we pay for the tailgate, but for the actual port charges, we don't pay.
Okay.
We don't pay for, yes,
So let's unpack it a little bit. Let's, because there's a lot you do. So let's
yes,
make people understand it, break it up, let people
yes,
understand it so that they can better understand where they can fit in.
yes,
Right. So you said last year you guys were able to assist 250 students.
yes.
And in that 250 students, was that with backpacks or was that with school feeding? What was that?
That's just for the backpacks.
That's it. So you're able to get 250 backpacks.
Yes,
And
and
what
more.
goes,
We had extra. We had extra too, but
yeah,
yes, we did 50
okay.
students last year.
What goes into the backpacks? Pencils, pens, books.
Writing books, crayons, sharpeners, pencil case, erasers, calculators because I had some people donating 10 calculators. So I spread it out to the high school, the performers and the other performers, because we had scientific calculators. So we got calculators last year. We got binders. We got pencils. We got
Paper to
pens.
go in the binders,
Yes,
obviously. Uh-huh.
yes. Folders. We got folders as well.
Mm.
So we just pack them. When I pack them before I ship them, I pack everything.
So
So
when
when
somebody
it goes
come,
to
they just get a
Dominica, it's
backpack
just to
and the
yes,
backpacker, and you
yes.
just designate maybe which backpackers for the older kids and which ones just
Yes, yes,
okay.
I do separate it and I put it in bags, like garbage bags.
Hmm.
I put it in garbage bags and I label it, if it's Dominica Grammar School or if it's, and then sometimes we have individual students. People might reach out to us, a teacher might reach out
Directly.
to us and
Hmm.
tell us that child is in need. So then I write, if it's John Brown, I write John Brown name on it, Dominica Grammar School. So and then we would have a contact number either for the teacher or for the parent, and we try to get it to them on an efficient manner where they can have it for in time for school to start
Right.
their school. Yeah.
So the mechanics of that, you start collecting supplies like all now, so you can send on in time for September.
Yes. I start usually January.
Hmm.
I start from January, but to be honest with you, people usually send it the week before.
The week
People are
before.
always late.
Hmm.
But I try my best to keep on them. If you tell me you're going to sponsor, remember I will be on you. You're like white on rice.
That's right.
I will be on you. I will message you and tell you, don't forget me. The deadline is next week. Some people send it the day before the deadline, but I am on you. I am on you. I am on you because I got to get that going. So sometimes I get people that I have friends that give me cash,
Hmm.
and but I don't usually take cash because I rather to send the link and you just buy the stuff and ship it to my address.
Oh,
But
there's a link. Okay.
yes,
So tell us
I have
about
I
that.
have a link I just send
Hmm.
to people that show interest, and I know they will really do it. And you can get bulk. You can get bulk of bags
Hmm.
for reasonable, like 110, 118. You can get 24 bags.
Wow.
So, and I have been using that link since 2011, 2012. So it has worked out. The bags are of good quality, and other people donate individual bags. Some people buy it from Walmart, different places. If you don't want the link I have, which might be too much for somebody, let's say they just want to donate one bag or two bags. They can buy it by Walmart or wherever their choice, and I would give them my address so they could ship it to my address.
So since we're on that, it's not too early to ask you to what. Tell me how people contact you.
Okay, I'm WhatsApp 929
One
nine
second.
five five.
Hold on. Oh, I'm typing on the wrong keyboard. Hold on.
Okay, no problem.
One second. 929
955
955
6850.
6850. And it is Cheryl.
Yeah, and our email address is,
1 second, Cheryl. I'm a
yes,
little,
okay.
I not the Gen X, a Gen
It's
Z or
okay.
what.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay. And then the email is what?
Our email is helping educate Dominica youth. One word, Dominica, not Dominic, not Dominican,
Uh-huh.
Dominica.
Youth. Uh-huh.
Helping educate Dominica youth
Uh-huh.
at
Ah,
gmail.com.
at Gmail. Okay. Hmm. What's going on here? 1 second. I think I messed that up.
Okay.
Mm. All right. So for whatever reason it's hanging up. All right, I'll type it properly. What's going to post, people might have to ignore, and then I'll type it over. Let me type it over.
Okay, no problem.
Help educate. It
Helping,
helping
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 educate
educate Dominica
Dominica youth.
IOUTH at gmail dot com. Helping educate Dominica youth at gmail.com. Okay. All right, it will show up. All right, I have it in the chat, and then I'll highlight it on the thing. So, folks who are interested can find the link where they can go and purchase a few sets, right?
Yes,
And
I can
and
send it
and
to
they
them.
ship it to you. When they go there, they you well when you send it, I guess you send to them the delivery address.
Yes, I send them
Right.
my delivery address.
And
Yes.
also, if somebody wants to say, okay, I want to do something different, they're also welcome with that. And you
Yes.
also give them the address to where they
Yes, I
can send
have
it.
I have Zelle, I have NBD, I
Okay.
have I have different things. I have Zelle, I have Venmo, I have NBD, I have different different
You organize
different
this.
stuff, yes.
Okay. Now,
We
go ahead.
helping educate Dominica, you have something I want to mention.
Uh-huh.
Because of some people that contacted me in the US, they wanted tax exempt. We are not registered in the US yet, but I am looking into that. We started it, so hopefully we will have that soon. So people can get tax exempt if they donate to us. Because people in the US was asking, if I donate to you, can I claim it on my taxes?
Hmm. Hmm.
So we are trying to do a registration for the nonprofit
Right.
in the US.
So
So
you think
once we complete that,
sometime this year it might
yes,
happen.
yes, yes,
Okay. I mean, that shouldn't stop people, right?
yes,
Just consider the tax write-up is an incentive to do it, but in the meantime, go ahead and contribute, and then as they organize themselves. You We have to take a break now, but before we go to the break, I want you to tell me about the children that you help, because you said you guys started this in 2011,
yes,
15 years ago.
yes,
So can you tell us a story, even if you don't have to call names,
yes.
of maybe a young person that you guys help, that you see that person go
Doing
to
well.
school, they develop, and now they're doing
Yes.
well.
Actually, I have two kids that I shared on my page on Facebook. We have a page helping educate Dominica youth. You can go look at it. And they graduated. One graduated from Convent High School. One graduated from SMA. And we keep in contact with them. One is right now trying to pursue her degree in law, and the
Wow.
young guy is he's into arts. So he's trying to get a scholarship to go. I think his mom was telling me to England to do a program in arts, drawing and etc. But the young lady is trying to get a scholarship as well to do law. She did
Uh,
very well.
where
She
she's trying to learn in the West Indies or anywhere?
anywhere,
Okay.
anywhere. If she can get somebody to sponsor her, I mean, if somebody contact me, they can do it. Let's go. Let's see if we can get her into a school, and because her mom is a single mom. Her dad died. I think she was probably 13 or 14 when her dad died.
Hmm.
So it's all on her mom, but she's very, very brilliant. She graduated from college in Dominica, 2-year college at 18. She graduated from high
Wow.
school at 16.
Wow.
And she's 20 now, and she's looking for someone to sponsor her to do her law degree. So if anyone is interested, they could WhatsApp me or send me an email, and or if they know anyone that can assist her, and I can hook them up with her, and they can work with her one on one.
Yeah, I
Help them.
wonder how the latest challenges in terms of visas for Dominicans and so will
For the
affect
schools.
coming to the US.
Yeah.
But I have people who have gone to law school in the US, young ladies,
Yes.
that I can maybe try to connect her with, and they
Yes.
could explain to her the steps that would be involved in terms of doing the LSAT, getting ready for the LSAT.
Yes.
That's the LSAT is an exam you have to do to get accepted into law school in the
Yes.
US. Um, so yeah, let's talk about that
I have another young
afterwards.
lady that is
Uh,
also she's a dental assistant.
mhm.
That's one I worked with from a very young age. She's a dental assistant in Dominica. So we have a lot of success stories.
She went to study dentistry and came back as, or
No,
she just working with a
she's
dentist.
working with a dentist, but she has training because they usually have someone coming to Dominica to train them. So she have couple certificates. Yeah, but she don't have a degree, but she have
Okay.
certificates in dentistry.
You know, I drive from New York to Boston to do my dental work
Wow.
because we have a state-of-the-art dental facility in Boston that's owned by Dominicans.
Oh
Well,
wow.
his wife is from Montserrat, but he and his daughter just graduated from dentistry school, so she's getting into the business. So again, if the challenges of traveling to the US is not insurmountable, we could see if there are ways that some of those resources can come to bear. As a matter of fact, we're going to take our commercial break right now, and
Yes.
one of the advertisers is um, the dentist facility I'm talking about.
Oh nice. Nice.
Yeah. So again, we can see how, if the possibility. I know he'd be really, really, really willing to help in whatever capacity possible. I know that for sure.
Yes.
It's just
Yes.
what is possible. So let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll continue our conversation with my guest, Miss Cheryl Palmer. She has an organization called HEDI, helping educate Dominican youth, where she is doing such a lot of work with giving supplies to young people, and significantly, last year she said they did over 250 students. They do school feeding programs, and so that kids can have a meal while they go to school. They provide scholarships where possible, and they mobilize resources. She says we, so I'm saying they. She will maybe tell us as much as she can as to what kind of assistance she gets, but it's tremendous that we have folks with such big heart. And tonight we're honoring International Women's Day, and we couldn't have gotten a more fitting candidate, a woman who's just doing so much beyond her immediate family, extending into the community. And so stay tuned. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Presented by. People say I've got a great smile. Well, I have to say, this is all thanks to the professional team at Beacon Dental Group right here in Dorchester, Massachusetts. I've got world-class dental care. Beacon Dental Group has expert and caring staff dedicated to providing the most advanced and satisfactory treatment in all aspects of oral health. Their services are designed to meet your needs and give you a perfect smile, too. General checkups, cosmetic surgery, Gemini laser service, and advanced procedures, all in a state-of-the-art facility. Call or visit Beacon Dental Group today, 1026 Blue Hill Avenue, Dorchester, Massachusetts, or call 617-282-2146 for a smile that lights the world.
Looking to promote your business, engage current customers, and reach new people? Well, look no further. From the basic presentation to a fully fledged advertisement, use your video ads to attract customers. At Man's Audiovisual Productions, we do just that. We produce videos for business and event promotions, product demo videos, animated explainer videos, fundraiser ads, and much, much more. Engage your clients and sell online. We customize the video to match your brand design. guaranteed to play flawless on all devices, including smart TVs. Contact us at telephone number 203-690-4342 or 767-245-6238. Visit our website, mansaudiovisual.com, or email us at derekvideo@gmail.com.
Submit and sign up to netchoiceradio.com. I need to go on there and see what's that's all about. Very curious advertisement. Thank you to our sponsors for this weekend interview. My program tonight is in honor of International Women's Day. It's coming up on the 8th. And I wanted to do a program to honor and to recognize and to validate all the women in our community who sometimes are carrying much more than they should because of circumstances, or sometimes the men leave some slack and the ladies have no choice to carry theirs and to take up the slack of the men. And Cheryl Plummer is my guest tonight on this weekend interview. She is the leader of the organization HEDY, HEDY, Helping Educate Dominica Youth, and she runs this organization as a charitable organization that has as its objective to assist primarily Dominican youth in their education endeavors from preschool all the way up to college, and now she is in the so as the kids grow and their needs grow, the organization is adapting to meet those needs. And so from preschool now she has some kids who are graduated from high school and 2-year colleges that's looking to go to university and to career schools. And so our hats go off to Cheryl because she said she started up with a few people in 2011. That's 15 years ago. So that's longevity, but also that is perseverance, because even after the people that she started with got maybe too busy, their life got complicated, maybe they moved away or whatever, she continued. And 15 years later, she's still striving and developing it. So Cheryl, thank you first of all for what you do on behalf of all of the children that you've helped. Because if last year alone you guys have more than 250, it means that you've helped thousands of kids in the last 15 years that you've been in existence. And it's always good. It always feels good when people acknowledge and recognize our contribution and our sacrifices. And so last year you received an award from BPW for your philanthropic work and the impact that you have on the community. Can you tell us about that award? Are you hearing me, Cheryl? Yeah, go ahead. Can you tell me about the award that you got from
Yes,
BPW?
I hear you now.
Okay.
Yes, I got an award from BPW last year for International Women's to commemorate International Women's Day 2025 for philanthropy. So it was good. I
Very
felt
good,
so
right?
good receiving that award, and I was the only person in that group that received that award. So I felt so good that people are recognizing my work and know the impact that it is making on the youth in Dominica. So it felt very, very good. And I also get a lot of I have probably like 6 or 7 certificates of appreciation from different schools. So this is again, it's just good. It makes me feel good. It encourages me to do more, and just to know that I'm recognized and that people know that I do what I do, and there's someone, some child, some parent that is benefiting from what I am doing. Yeah.
And also to say that it seems like you do it very transparently because you say you go to the school principal and the principal identifies the children in the school
Your your
who
your
needs
um
help.
your
My audio is not
you're sticking. I'm not hearing you properly.
okay. So Charlotte, just raise your hand when you can hear me. Can you?
I'm not. I'm not hearing you. I'm not
Right, I
hearing you.
recognize that. Okay, so now you can hear me. Um, I was just going to ask you about the people who contribute and help you. Do you get good support
I'm not
for your?
hearing you.
All right. Uh,
Sorry.
Sam, I'm not sure if we took her off stage because log off and
It was so good before. It's sticking now.
Mhm.
Yes.
It looks like we're having a little bit of difficulty um, with connect to to Cheryl. Um, Sam, if you can hear me, so so the organization Heady is an organization that's set up to assist young people. And if you're hearing me, you can contribute to the work that Cheryl is doing with her organization, and you can call her a WhatsApp at 929-955-6850. Let me see if Sam is communicating with me because I'm not sure if he's hearing me either. Listeners, if you can hear me, put something in the chat to let me know. All right, so I'm just going to go on the recording. I guess we'll replay. But Cheryl, if you can, I'm going to put this in the chat to tell you just come on and talk about what you are doing. Um, for the rest of the program, just talk to us about how people, what your programs are for this year, because we can hear you.
It's muted.
No.
Okay. Yeah. For this year, I'm doing the school feeding program. We are with Mont Prosper right now. We started in September of last year. We got a sponsor for the first term. We got a sponsor for the second term. We're looking for a sponsor for the third term. So when the second term is over, we will be looking for a sponsor for the third term. Hopefully in September, we can get sponsors on board to do Campbell Primary and Warner Primary. Because these are the two schools that I identify that needs help with the feeding program.
Mhm.
Um,
How
we
much? How
have
much is sponsorship for one child?
we do $300 per school. We don't do it per child.
So the $300 is what, a month?
Groceries a month, yes,
Okay, and so a term is like 2 3 months.
yes.
So about $1,000 EC per
A
term
thousand EC
per
would
term
do a term, yes.
for a whole school.
for the whole school. Yes,
And that's a school feeding program.
that's our school feeding program. Yes,
Okay.
we try to get parents that have that grow vegetables, grow provisions, to donate that, and we are trying to. We sent an application to NCCU to see if they could come on board to assist us with that. We haven't heard from back from them yet, so hopefully we'll get a favorable response soon. And next week, Tuesday, we will be donating free microscopes to Dominica Grammar School.
Oh wow.
We cleared it off the
That's my
pot
school.
we cleared it off the pot yesterday.
Uh-huh.
So we'll do the donation next Tuesday at Dominica Grammar School at the assembly.
Three microscopes to Dominica Grammar School on Tuesday. Are
Yes.
you a past student of Dominica Grammar School?
No, I'm from Convent High School.
Oh, I
Oh,
taught at Convent High School, so it's not.
yeah, I remember. I think you taught me though.
You
I
sure?
think I was one of your students.
I
Yeah.
I taught math
I
and
graduated
history,
in 1990.
1990. So
Mm-hmm.
no,
Oh, you was no, okay.
you're too young for
But
me to have taught you.
I too
I,
young.
because maybe because I taught.
I
Listen,
think to me you were at Convent High School when I was
I
there.
taught at convent in 86,
Yeah, I came into
86.
Convent at 86, I think.
Right, but I didn't teach first form. I taught second form and fourth form,
Okay.
Caribbean history, and so you probably were a student while I taught.
Yes, whilst you were there. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah. So
And a
cool.
couple years ago, I did the sports team for Convent. I did sports shirts.
The jerseys.
Yes, the jerseys. I did the jerseys, and Emil came on board. Emil Deputy came on board to do the printing for free.
Wow. For
Right?
all the
So he
houses.
printed the numbers, the school name, the school logo on them, and I
Uh-huh.
provided 42, I think, 42 shirts, sport
Wow.
shirts, jersey
One
type shirts.
one person making such a huge difference.
Yeah.
That is so encouraging and inspiring because sometimes we hear and we just feel like what we can do is so small it would have an impact. But
Yes.
there are two things to that. The impact you have is more than you imagine, and two, your impact can collaborate with somebody else, and together it makes a huge impact.
And use impact. Yes, indeed.
So we are looking for a sponsor for one term, the one remaining term for the Mont Prosper School.
Yes.
And you said that is 300 EC
300 is here a
a
month.
month. So in the 3 months, it's
Yes, a thousand.
a thousand EC dollars. EC dollars. Sorry. So that is let's just say it's like 400 US.
Yes,
A little
400.
less,
Yes.
but let's just say it's 400 US. So that's what we're looking
Yes.
for, listeners. I want you to step up. I don't see anybody commenting too much in the chat. I don't know if the chat is disabled. But folks, I want you to pledge. I don't normally do this, but I think this is so important and so easy that if we can get a few members in the audience to make a pledge that they're going to take up the slack and be able to sponsor the last term for the Mon Prosper feeding program that Cheryl is doing, that would be a wonderful reward for her agreeing to come on the program tonight. So, audience, I'm looking for you to help with that, um, especially if you're located outside of Dominica and you are and it's a U.S. contribution. It multiplies almost by 3. So what we're looking for is 400 US dollars so that we can put Cheryl's mind at ease and she can focus on the coming school year because she know her commitment for this year is taken over. And so I encourage you to make a difference and to pledge your support. If you don't want to do it publicly, contact me or contact Cheryl. Her phone number is in the chat, and pledge to support her so that she can do that. And then once you get the taste, let's look to see how we can assist her in expanding the program because next year she wants to do. She's doing Mount Prosper now. Next, she wants to. Next year, she want. Which are the schools you say you want to do?
Warner Primary and Campbell Primary.
One a primary, and that is the same $300 per school
Yes.
for each. So together it's like $1,000 a month, EC dollars, to do this the program for the three schools. And in the
Yes.
meantime, her number is on here. So if you want, you can also, if you want, you can contact her so she can send you the link so you can contribute to school bags and the supplies that goes into the school bags, and help to get it to to Dominica. So Cheryl, we have about a little more than 5 minutes in the program. The time flew by. Talk to your ladies because you're here as part of the recognition of International Women's Day. So say something to your ladies.
To
Angela.
all my ladies that are on here, my friends, my well wishers, the people that admire me, they know me very well. I lost my leg in my right leg above the knee. It's not, I am not asking for sympathy, as they know I am a go-getter, but I'm just using that as a mark point to show that even with one leg, I can move mountains. So imagine if you have two legs, what you can do, right? It doesn't take money. It doesn't take, some people think that you need money to do certain things, you know. It takes money, yeah, but if you put your mind to it, you can achieve anything.
Right.
This year is 26 years since I'm an amputee,
Wow.
and I have never sit down and say, I cannot do this, I cannot do that. I have traveled the world as an amputee. I have moved mountains. I have met prime ministers. I have met, all people of all different walks of life. And I have never really worked since I lost my leg because it was challenging. I got the Commonwealth Scholarship in 1997 to do hotel and tourism management.
Right.
And when I came back from studying, I fell and lost my leg. So I
Wow.
never really worked in that capacity when I came back. Before I went to study, I was doing hotel management, for some two different small hotels, Hummingbird Inn and Venus Guest House. I used to manage Venus Guest House for a little bit there. Then I worked at Cable and Wireless, and I did some other little stuff. But when I came back,
Ready and
I
excited to
applied
go.
to like
Right.
over 20 something places and I never really got a job. But that never stopped me from doing what I wanted to do. I got married after I lost my leg. I had my son after I lost my leg. So disability is not inability.
Right. Right.
And
Right.
I believe disability is still not a physical thing. Sometimes people are disabled, but the disability of the mind. And disability of the mind is what that cripples us.
Right.
So when you see me, you might say, wow, she have one leg and she doing all that. So imagine if you have your two legs, what you can do.
And they don't have to start from scratch because they can work with somebody like you who have done so much of the groundwork, so that their impact is a lot more immediate and a lot more grand. And so I thank you so much for sharing, Cheryl. You didn't have to, but you did, and I'm happy that you did because it's even more, your story becomes even more inspiring. So, folks, and the ladies out there, I want to thank you for all you do. As ladies, sometimes um, you're treated as the weaker sex, as the less capable sex. But most of us who interact with ladies all the time know that that is not so. You are the half of the equation that sometimes keeps us focused and grounded. And so we hope that when International Women's Day rolls along on the 8th, which is Sunday, that you find time to to stop for a minute and have somebody do something nice to you or do something nice for yourself, and you give yourself a pat on the back, take a victory run, and feel reinvigorated to continue to continue carrying the mantle. Folks, um, the, 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 the email address is on there. I was trying to fix that error, but it didn't allow me to. But so there's no semicolon between the G and the M. Obviously, it's just helping educate Dominica youth at gmail.com. You can send Cheryl an email there, or you can call her or send her a text on WhatsApp at this number that's on there, 929-955-6850. I am really looking for folks in the audience to commit to supporting the program, support the program that she's doing, the school feeding program. She's looking for sponsorship for one more term for the program that's currently going on at the Mount Prosper School. And next year they want to expand it. She wants to expand it to include Warner and Campbell. And so I would like to encourage you to step in and take that burden off. Say, we've got this. If it's 10 people that come together, I mean, it's you're looking at 400 US dollars a month to cover 3 schools. Um, if it's 10 people, that's just $40 a month. That I think that's easily handled. Or it could be a group picking up each school. So three groups, let's say of 5 people. You know, 3 groups, say of 5 people. You guys, one takes one Prosper, one group take one Prosper, one group take Campbell, one group take Warner, and you're just looking at uh, about $150 for each school, US dollars for each school per term. And so I let's organize it, folks. Contact me. Let's see how we can organize it so we can provide the support. If we have a group of people and we can grow the group, but a group of 10 people, each person pledging 40 US a month is all you need, because 40 US a month by 10 is 400, and that's what you need for 3 schools. 400 US gives you a little more than $1,000. Each school is 300 EC. You have some administrative whatever. So can we get 10 people who can pledge $40? Can we get 20 people who can pledge $20 every month? And take the apart from all what she's doing physically in terms of packing the barrels, packing the stuff, shipping them down, and so on. We can tell her that we got you in terms of the financial obligation that you need to effect the school feeding program. And then there are some of us who are passionate about nutrition and nutritious food. So here's your impact to jump in, get your hands in there, get your contribution in there, and you can make sure that you have a whole bunch of Dominican students who go to school. Not only do they get a meal, they get a nutritious meal, and they get some education that's going to put them on a path of healthy eating that's going to change the whole um, atmosphere around, like how we used to have. We used to be so proud of our eating and our exercise and our sports and all that. So by getting involved, you get an opportunity. Cheryl now is a conduit because she has so much credibility and track record in those schools. She's a conduit where she can influence things that we care about in terms of the type of education and see our children thrive and they're healthy and very ambitious and optimistic and happy. I'm sure that's what all of us want. And so, Cheryl, you got cut off while you were speaking a while ago. I'm going to give you the opportunity to unmute your mic so you can just give some closing remarks. And let's stay in touch so that we can continue to rally the audience, the fans of this weekend interview to help you on your mission.
So for all my women out there, I just want to encourage you to be you. That's all, you know. Some of us just afraid of being us. Just be you, and everything else will fall in line. You'll be okay. You know, and I trust in the higher power. I trust in God. keep praying, always say a prayer. When you feel discouraged, when you feel fear, say a prayer. Call God, call on God, and He will come forth and assist you. So I encourage everyone to stay alert, stay healthy, stay blessed. And when you can contribute, when you can help, help your brother, help your sister. Sometimes when you call somebody and you tell them you need help, they say, I'll pray for you. Yes, you can pray for the person. But if you can give the person a 5 cents or a piece of food, according to Dominicans, lend a hand when
in
you
their
can.
hand for sure. We have
Thank
to
you for
be
everyone for listening to me tonight.
awesome. I like the way you end it. Lend a hand. You might think what you do is small, but lend a hand, right? Because you
Yes,
don't know what somebody else is going through.
true. Yes,
And even though somebody's not going through a hard time at all, the person has no need whatsoever. All of us like to receive
yes,
because by somebody giving us something, it shows like somebody values us. And so by just like you say, give somebody $1, give somebody a five, give somebody a meal,
yes.
go to a school and give an encouraging word
Yes,
to a
yes.
child, give a child a pretty pen, a pretty pencil, whatever it is. And so the infrastructure is there, head
Yes.
is there. So now you don't have to go do it yourself if you don't have the opportunity because you work a lot of hours. So imagine you don't have to go to Dominica yourself to go to a school. You can contact Cheryl, say, hey, I'm from Castle Bruce. I know you don't have a program in Castle Bruce, but I would like to give the principal of Castle Bruce 10 backpacks so
Yeah, I
that
can help
she.
customers because I have done with Marigot
Mhm.
School, I have done with Cynical School, I have done with Forceja, I have done with Newton, with Jodel, so I have hit a lot of schools over the
Schools.
years.
Mhm. And so, so you have listeners, I'm saying, have an opportunity to impact without having to go do it yourself. And Cheryl, I'm sure will let if that is your desire, let everybody know that this contribution is from Anthony Drago. He's from Castle
Yes,
Bruce. He went to primary school there, so he wants to give back. This is what he's giving back. Or if you don't want your name mentioned, then of course he will also do it just as Haley.
yes.
So I encourage folks to look at it and to make a contribution. I'm really serious about if we can get two people to donate $20 a month. That's a lot. That can add up and really make a difference in a child who doesn't have the access to the meals on a school day. That affects their ability to learn. That makes them troublesome, makes them troublemakers, or make them really sick, or make them quiet, or make them introverted, and
Even
all
a,
of.
even a, even sorry to trip you, but
Go ahead.
even some people have kids and like they have books that they read before and they are not using it and they would like to donate it because I try to put a reading book in each backpack. I try to
Oh,
encourage reading as much as I can. So even if it's a used, you want to send me some used books, if you want to send me some used clothes, even once it's good, some used shoes because some of the kids, they need shoes, they need, whatever it may be that you want to donate to help the kids. Sometimes a school shoe, probably your child have a shoe that they used last year and it's not that bad, we can take it. Once it's good, we will take it and we will donate. We'll find a child.
yeah,
We'll find a
definitely.
child to give it to.
Like you say about books there, it resonates with me because I'm a hoarder when it comes to book. I cannot throw a book away. Uh, I like a scavenger. I walk in around New York or in Brooklyn, and people put books outside to throw away, and see me bend down in the little trash and flip through and really try to pick them up and say, why
Yes.
you
Reading is
they're throwing
fundamental.
away
Yes.
they're throwing away that nice book.
Yes, I
Um,
know.
it's just something in me, and this last week, I a friend of mine says that I have a whole bunch of books. I don't know what to do with it, so I'm going to see if she still has them, and
So
if
if
she
they're in
have
the New
them,
York
I can.
area and they don't want to ship it, they can bring it to my address or I can come pick it up.
Yeah,
We can make arrangements.
or they can contact me. I'll pick it up and bring it to
Yes.
you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you. I'm grateful.
yeah.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
books, books, books. We
Book
need books too.
it
Yeah.
cannot be too much. No, definitely,
Yes.
definitely get some. I have a whole bunch of books around here that
Yes.
um that I would love to give. I would
Yes.
so love to give. So
I
we'll
appreciate it.
definitely. It's so exciting to get to know you and the work that you do,
Thank you.
and see what we can do together. And I wish you all the best and a happy International Women's Day,
Thank you.
because you're reaching so much further outside of your family. So,
Yes.
our primary responsibility is to make sure that our family is tight, that we're raising productive young men and women that can contribute. But after we do that, our next one is to reach out and to help, in the community. And you're doing that. You've been doing that since, well, you said you started Heady 15 years ago, which is,
Yes.
yeah. So thank you once again. And congratulations on your award last year. It,
Thank you.
it seems like you deserve an award every year.
Thank you.
All right. So all the best.
Thank you.
And
Thank
I
you
don't
for
know if you
having me.
heard me earlier when I was saying thank you so much for sharing your story, of being an amputee, but still not making that discourage you, not
Yes.
making that make you go internal. It seems like it
Yes.
make you go out even
Oh,
more.
yes, I
Yeah,
do.
and so I thank you for sharing that because it makes the story even more, inspiring and impactful. So
Yes.
all the best, and I have the appeal out here. I try to remember to encourage folks to
Yes. Thank you.
sign up. I'm looking
Yes.
for at least 20 able-bodied men and women who can say, step up and say, once a month, I will donate $20.
Yes.
Um,
That would be a blessing
this
to my
month.
children.
That would be great. Yeah. All
Yes.
right. So thank you so much, Sharon, and all the best.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure.
Yes.
All right, so folks, there you have it. Another wonderful program, for this weekend interview. You heard me say it before. One of the blessings I have in my life is to be the host of this weekend interview because it gives me the opportunity to meet so many interesting and exciting people who are doing so much with the little bit that they have. They're doing so much. And if I wasn't a host of this weekend interview, I probably would not meet Cheryl and not know of all what she's doing. And when we think that we're doing so much, we find somebody else who they don't have necessarily have the resources, but they are resourceful, and so they use their resourcefulness to really, help to gather all of our resources together and bring it and really multiply it, so that you can really feed a whole village from each of us just putting our own one loaf and two fish or whatever the story is, um, and just really do that. So, folks, our thanks to our guests, and we had a little bit of technical difficulty, but it didn't stop us from getting our story out there. And last thing I want to do before I leave is to have you pledge to support, okay? Because the kids that we help, uh, will turn out to be a doctor, a lawyer, a carpenter, a mason, a mechanic, somebody that's going to making a difference in the life of the people that they come in to interact with. And we're making an impact in their own lives as well. So good night, folks, and we will do this again next week, Wednesday, in another episode of This Week in Interview with your host, Anthony Drago.